Hey, my name is Tucker Kraus, and welcome back to my channel, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about some big news we just had for the Sprott Physical Uranium Trust, as well as looking again at some uranium to gold ratios to maybe do a little bit of price projecting, since of course spot prices continued to climb, so of course we want to look at where is it going to go from here. Is it going to keep climbing? Is it going to fall back down? Well, let's get right into it. So, uranium spot price has just passed $70, so, it was 60 a few weeks ago, now we're at 70, so it's been climbing very fast. Or I guess specifically, the ask price is 70, the bid's not quite there, but I'm sure the bid will then be there in a couple of days if the ask is now there. But that's getting really into specifics. But in general, we can say we've safely hit $70 uranium spot price. With that, of course, a lot of the uranium stocks have reacted very positively, though a lot of them are off their highs of this run. It's not like they got totally destroyed. And I would say that's very good because you're letting the RSI come down just by the stock cooling down in its price rise compared to the stock collapsing to bring RSI down. And it also shows that the sellers aren't yet overpowering the buyers and that the buyers are still strong, and this is allowing us to form a nice little area of future support. And of course that is better than flying straight up uncontrollably. Or of course if you want to look at it bearishly and we fall from here, resistance. Now, you might be wondering, is this spot price movement legit, or is it just being totally manufactured by SPUT gobbling up pounds? Well, no, it actually seems to be completely organic, since SPUT was in such a deep discount because they had been doing so poorly for the past couple of months that they've just spent this whole run getting back into a premium, so they hadn't activated that SPUT flywheel at all, and they actually only bought pounds for the first time today, in which they bought 100,000 pounds, and I should note, this is the first time they've bought anything in almost 6 months. And so that means over the last about month and a little bit, we've moved up over $15 completely naturally. And so now if we're going to get that SPUT flywheel effect to kick in, who knows where we could go from here. We could easily see $80 by the end of the year. But of course that is tough to say. That's just pure speculation because of course everyone could go sell all their shares of SPUT and, all of the buyers and sellers calm back down. And, the stocks just all collapse, including SPUT, and this all goes nowhere. Now, I want to look at the uranium to gold ratio. Now, the chart here is very dated, to say the least. But it still helps get the point across, and it's not like there's a whole bunch of uranium to gold ratio charts out there anyway, so we're going to run with it. And so on this chart here, the cheapest uranium ever was to gold was about 49 to 1, and the most expensive being about 6 to 1, with the historical average being about 22 to 1. But where are we today? Well, the current ratio is 27.5 to 1, which of course still places us as undervalued since we are still below the average of 22 to 1. So when is uranium going to start getting relatively to gold expensive? Well, 22 to 1, when we look at that ratio at current gold pricing, that is going to give us a uranium spot price of $87.50. So that is the mark where we're going to start seeing uranium reach into that territory where it's getting expensive compared to gold. But where should we absolutely be running for the hills and getting the heck out of uranium? Well, when we look at a 6 to 1 ratio, that gives us a uranium spot price of $320. Yeah, I think it's safe to say we're probably not going to get there. Okay, so to recap, uranium spot price as well as uranium stocks are still moving up and the buyers still look quite strong. And then SPUT we could potentially see be reactivating its flywheel effect here soon. And the uranium to gold ratio is still in favor of uranium, with it still looking undervalued. Cameco could go find £1 billion that they stashed away somewhere and forgot about, or some nuclear power plant could blow up and kill 100,000 people, or to be less hyperbolic, the buyers simply stop buying. Whatever happens, I could be totally wrong, and all of the stocks collapse right here, right now. So with that, comment down below where you think uranium stocks are going to go from here. I would love to hear from you. But again, I could be totally wrong in all my assessments, so of course that is why this is not financial advice. Do your own research. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.